Today I'm going to be showing you how to make Marzipan Mascarpone Meringue Madness. If you're using shiny metal cook pans like these ones, set your oven to 350 degrees. And if you're using the dark variety, make sure you set it to 325. Now it's important to grease your pans before you put a cake batter in there, and before you actually do anything else, it's the first step you should always take. You can use a cooking spray, or you can just use butter and a little flour. I'm going to do both just for fun. Be aggressive with this butter. Now that your pans are buttered and floured, you can add some parchment paper. And this will certainly make life easier for you as you try to take your cake out and flip it. Now, a few other things that you should have ready to go. 2 cups of sugar, cup of butter, 4 large eggs, and 2 teaspoons of vanilla. Begin mixing with your butter and your sugar. Making them all nice and blended together. And when the mixture has reached this point in time, see, we can begin adding our eggs. It's important to add your eggs one at a time. Now that your cake base has reached this kind of a soupy texture, we can start to add our other ingredients. I like to start with the vanilla. Now we can add the salt. Now some baking powder. Now it's time to add the flour and milk, and take this about 1/3 at a time because it tends to get everywhere if you don't. As the mixture starts to thicken up, make sure you then add the milk to thin it down once again. Oh yeah, did I mention that? You'll be needing about a cup of cold milk. Okay, at this point, we've got a smooth batter of all of our ingredients combined. We're going to pour it in our pans, and then we're going to make our meringue. So, what you're going to do is you're going to take some eggs, separate the yolks out, easiest thing in the world. Just take the shell like this. Okay, now that your egg whites are in your big bowl, proceed to beat the snot out of them. You're going to be here for a while. Okay, now that your meringue mixture can stand up on its own, just like that, time to add the sugar. You're just going to add it in and fold. Alright, now you have your meringue texture. Now we're going to add it to the cake and put her in the oven for about 30 minutes. Now that our meringue and cake base is in the oven, cooking for about 30 minutes, we're going to go on to making our marzipan. Now, marzipan is made of almond flour or almond meal, you could call it either, icing sugar, and egg whites. Okay, got a couple of them in there. Let's get our almond flour in there. Since you're going to be working marzipan with your hands all the time anyway, don't be afraid to just get in there. Slowly add your confectioner sugar. So you're going to work this dough until you have an even consistency with your 2 cups and 2 cups and 2 egg whites all together. Okay, we're ready to go now, and our marzipan should look about like this. So when you're working with it on your work surface, you're going to use some powdered sugar to make sure it doesn't stick to anything. Now, let's make some marzipan roses. Start with a work surface dusting of confectioner sugar. This will keep your marzipan from sticking to stuff. We're going going to do, we're going to do a quick roll. Okay, here's our rose material. Take another little chunk of marzipan and make a bullet shape with it. This is going to be our rose center. Now we're going to need some petals. Just go ahead and make some petals. We're going to kind of roll these on the edge just like this. I'm going to show you a cheaper alternative to mascarpone cheese if you can't get it or if you don't want to spend so much on it. So in goes our cream cheese. We're going to add just a little bit of whipping cream just to get things going here. And we're going to begin to mix these together. Eventually you'll chop them up to the point where they're going to start to blend together. Okay, now that we're about at this texture with our whipping cream and cream cheese, go ahead and add that sugar. And now that that's folded in there, get out your wire whisk and start beating till the whipping cream turns into whipped cream. Alright, now it should be able to stand up pretty much on its own. What we're going to do is we're going to use this as frosting on our bases.
Combined ingredients and garnished with fruit, you have Marzipan Mascerpone Meringue Madness.